So at one point, a roller coaster used to be right over there, or maybe over there, or maybe over there. I'm not quite sure where the roller coaster used to be, but this is where the park used to be. While we're continuing the defunct, abandoned, old Maryland forgotten theme parks, a new series I just started. Actually, I don't have a name for this series yet. Welcome to the Gwynn Oak Amusement Park, which was a 64-acre privately owned amusement park located outside of northwest Baltimore, Maryland. It existed from 1883 to 1973. In its heyday, the amusement park featured 3 roller coasters: the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and the Wild Mouse. I hate a wild mouse. If it's a wild mouse that I'm thinking of, those rides freaking suck. The park also had common rides like a Ferris wheel and the Whip. Very old-timey, dangerous rides. The Whip, it'll hurt you. It'll hurt you real good. It also had a trolley, a carousel, and a dance hall known as the Dixie Ballroom.
Dave, we did this for the simple reason that we are committed to the desegregation of the Gwynn Oak Park in 1963.
However, the park is also remembered and best known for being the site of protests against racial segregation due to a whites-only admission policy.
For many, theme parks spark nostalgic memories, but not all hold the same recollections, since not everyone was allowed to attend because of the color of their skin. Until the summer of 1963, following major civil rights campaigns, demonstrations, and public protests, Baltimore County's Gwynn Oak Park became one of the first Maryland amusement park to desegregate.
It really became, this important piece of the civil rights movement.
Baltimore native Sharon Langley was the first African-American child to enjoy the park on the day it was formally integrated, which also took place the same day as the March on Washington.
On July 4th, 1963, civil rights demonstrations amassed on the Gwynn Oak Amusement Park in Baltimore to protest the segregation policy. Hundreds of activists from Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore met at this park to protest the refusal to admit African Americans into the amusement park. Nearly 300 people were arrested at the demonstration, including more than 20 clergy, Catholic, Jewish, and Protestant. Quote, "The first time that so large a group of important clergymen of all 3 faiths had participated together in a direct concentration protested against discrimination," New York Times article wrote. I am by no means an expert on this subject. There are tons of great documentaries and even some books written on this park. I definitely recommend going and checking it out if you're interested in learning a little bit more about it. And for whatever reason, again, this was the site of another John Waters film. I'm bringing up John Waters again in another amusement park, a defunct amusement park video. Who would have guessed? This time, it was from his 1988 cult classic Hairspray, basically the quintessential Baltimore film, starring the legendary divine Ricky Lake, Deborah Harry, and good old Jerry Stiller.
Tilted Acres will never be integrated.
Segregation today!
Segregation tomorrow.
No,
talking here. Look, I have no beer.
Police brutality!
Tracy!
But today I just want to kind of showcase what's left in this area. There's pretty much nothing left. It's just a park now. It's just a regular standard park. You got your picnic benches. You got some little jungle gym area for the kids. A nice little placard commemorating what happened here during that day. And it's got like a waterfall thing too, I think. But let's do some digging. Let's try to find out if we can spot anything that's left here. Got a nice forest retention area, barrel for trash. Got your bathrooms over there. That's where you do your poops and your pees. Stage. More trash. I like that. More trash receptacles. I think most people call those dumpsters, but. Volleyball. So from my understanding, this is kind of the only remnants of the park. These steps. I don't know if maybe you would go into a part of the park through here or exit it. I'm not entirely sure, but this is all that remains. You can go up the steps and you can go down the steps. This is content you're not going to see anywhere else. What's interesting about this place is the fact that there's really nothing left of the park other than like a placard commemorating the civil rights movement that happened here, as well as just those steps. It's very interesting to find an area like this because you just never know what was here beforehand. In this case, a theme park. There could be theme parks everywhere, you know? There could be a theme park in your own backyard. You don't know. We have no idea what's in your backyard. You may know what's in your backyard, but does everybody else know? That didn't make any sense. My point is, there's all kinds of stuff that we don't know about that could just, you know, be anywhere. Like that's a plate. That's the first base right there of a baseball diamond field. This used to be something, huh? A little cement here. This used to be part of the theme park. I think I found something, guys. I think I found something here. Oh, that can't be good. That's a jawbone. That's an animal. We're just gonna say that's an animal. Here we go. More archaeological finds. This is another fossil of the park, maybe. I don't know, it's just a big piece of cement that's kind of in the middle of the field here. So it makes me think that this belonged to a cement barricade fence of some kind. Yep, this is it. This is it. This is big. This is big. This is, yeah. Like a frickin' fossil finder out here. I'm like the frickin' Ancient Aliens weirdo guy. So at this point in the video, you might be asking yourself, well, what in the heck happened to this amusement park? Well, the park closed in 1973 after suffering severe damage from flooding when Hurricane Agnes caused the Gwynn Falls Creek to overflow. 1974, its rides were auctioned off. The carousel, thankfully, was moved and still in operation at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The land is currently owned by Baltimore government, utilized, blah, 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 picnic area, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that's what happened. There's nothing left. This is about as defunct as you get. There's some cement, I think, somewhere along here, so maybe there's a little bit of a, you know, huh? I don't know, maybe it's like a little path here. Who knows? Oh, that is a, I don't need to say what that is that I just found on the ground. It's okay. Rolling. Wipe off the old glasses here. Trying to make myself look somewhat professional. Overall, I feel as though modern day amusement parks and theme parks are so different from the theme parks and amusement parks of old. Gwynn Oaks Park, to me, looked like a permanent fairground or carnival. But honestly, that's probably how a lot of these amusement parks looked back in the day. The types of rides at these amusement parks too were just flat out hell. All you had to secure you in a ride was like a metal lap bar and a prayer. I always think of that a deleted scene from Unbreakable, or Sam Jackson's character who's got like the bones that break really easily. His character as a child rode like a little carnival ride, and he got horribly maimed as a result of it. Yeah, that was just how all the rides were back in the day for everybody. You got destroyed on these things. Sadly, I couldn't find like a ton of footage and even pictures of all the rides, as well as what the park looked like after the flood. I believe there was an auction for the land or maybe remaining elements of the park. I think that's when the carousel was eventually bought and then moved to the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The only video I could find of this auction was from this channel right here. And this is their only video too. And they made the really annoying choice of using bad club music for this video. And it just kind of breaks down and it becomes a sped up avant-garde film school student music video. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tranquilo. That's not the right music for this. It's just, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's not good. There's also another channel out there that they made some type of documentary or DVD showcasing the last remnants of this park. Again, I can only find a couple clips scattered throughout. Urban exploring wasn't really a thing back in the day because we couldn't monetize it. You had to carry around a film camera and be like, oh, I can shoot this stuff. What am I gonna do with it? I can't make money off of it. There's no Patreon back in the day. Anyway, also it seemed like this park was heavily vandalized after the flood. Maybe even a couple buildings were set on fire too. It's very unfortunate to see just the pure destruction.
Look behind you, there's nothing there. There are 8 steps to the boat lake. That's all that's left of our memories. Nothing else. There's no rides, there's no children, there's no French fries, there's no penny arcade, nothing is left. It's a flat, level ground with some picnic tables. And this is what it's gonna be forever.
Looks like after the auction, they cleaned up and cleared out this place fast because there's nothing left.
And there we go. There's a small little bit of history to this park. I would have never guessed. I used to live literally right around the corner from here several years ago. Had no clue that this used to be the site of an old amusement park. There's so many dead and defunct amusement parks in this state, it's kind of wild. I can't get over it. I just keep seeing it all the time. I feel like I could just throw a stone and, oh, look, there's another amusement park. Like I said before, Maryland is the state where theme parks go to die. Sadly. There's actually some really cool and important history to this site. Kind of glad that they did something with it. Sure, the rides and stuff aren't here except for the carousel, but they turned it into kind of a cool little park. I bet you in the summer, this park is awesome, right? You get some barbecue going, you get some volleyball with the boys, you're Top Gunning it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you walk around, feed some ducks, walk around the lake. Hey, good time. That's a good summer time in my opinion. And I'm actually filming the last part of this segment on top of a plaque celebrating 50 years of the history of this park. And you know what? If you guys know of any dead or ancient old defunct theme parks that I should go check out, just let me know. Leave a little comment. I could travel around a little bit. Now that I live over in Crapo, Maryland, literally that's the name of the place I live in. It's called Crapo. Don't get it twisted. It's actually named Crapo. Here's a sign right here. Yeah. Crapo, Maryland.